What's going on, everybody? Today, we're back at it, and we're gonna have an amazing episode. Wanna know why? Because we're with the legendary Chef Xila. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Hey, what's going on, Chef Xila? How you feeling today? So, if you don't know, let me put y'all on. Chef Xila is a renowned, amazing plant-based chef, and she's been doing her thing out here in New York City for a very long time. So if you've had some amazing vegan, plant-based food at a restaurant here in New York City, you might have had, some of her food. You feel me? And today, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be cooking. We're gonna show y'all how to make
quesadillas?
Quesadilla, you feel me? The vegan way, but we're gonna make it pretty, fun, and very creative. Let's get it. So chef, question, do you think that your average person should go to culinary school to learn how to cook or learn how to make, plant-based meals?
I think it would be nice, but in reality, culinary school is very expensive, so no. But I think cooking classes and just like going on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok should suffice as long as you follow the instructions.
So you went to culinary school to learn how to not only whip up, some amazing plant-based meals, but you also went to culinary school to learn how to do that so that you can teach others, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the point, is wanting to showcase how people because going vegan is really hard, and I don't think a lot of people know what to do at first. It's very overwhelming because you want to eat what you're comfortable with, but you don't know how to make that vegan a lot of times. So that was the point of going to culinary school, was to be able to showcase vegan food in a way that made people feel comfortable.
Nice. And do you feel as if, knowing what you know today, do you feel as if that culinary school made a huge difference for you? What was something that you learned in, culinary school? What's maybe like a tip or a trick that you can, teach us here?
Yes, culinary school was so long ago, I'm trying to remember. It definitely, that was the one place where I guess I had my introduction to knife skills and understanding the difference of if you're cooking something this size and cooking potatoes, right? You cook one this big and this one big. They're not gonna cook at the same rate. So I guess that was a really helpful tip, basic, but it went over my head until I went to culinary school. So.
That's awesome. What was your favorite vegan restaurant to work at? If you have a favorite vegan restaurant.
I really enjoyed working at Rabbit, my last restaurant.
Okay, and that was the raw vegan,
yeah, the
right?
raw vegan one. I think it was because I had almost full autonomy to do what I wanted to do, and everyone kind of left me alone, and I really liked that. Also, I was the we were doing everything. It was just me and my sous chef. So we were just there interacting with guests, learning about wine, which was really fun, talking to people, all that stuff. So it was fun. It was more engaging with the guests.
What's the difference for you when preparing raw vegan food versus, your standard, typical vegan meal?
I feel like raw vegan food, you have to take more into consideration when you're doing it. I think with cooking, you can have a pot here, something in the oven, and another thing here, whereas raw vegan, you can really only do one thing at a time, depending on what it is, because you're either cutting it or blending it or pureeing.
Yeah.
So I think raw vegan food, it's a little bit more time consuming, and you have to think about it a little bit more.
Okay. And is it fair to assume that it definitely takes less time than, cooking other meals? Or
sometimes,
okay.
yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
It really depends. If you want gourmet raw food, it could take a few days.
Really?
Because of dehydrating, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you want some crackers, that could take 8 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, depending on how thin you want them to as well. Yeah, we're gonna start. So we're gonna first start off with doing 3 cups of all-purpose flour to make these flour tortillas.
Nice. So,
sorry.
No, you're good. Each one of these is a cup, by the way.
Okay.
Good. And I should get the water?
Yeah, that would be good.
Cool.
Thank you. So we got 1 cup, 2 cups, and 1 cup.
Nice. Have you ever made, well, obviously you have, vegan pizza from scratch, the dough and everything?
Yeah, but it's been a while. I'm not, so like when it comes to cooking, there are different things that people specialize in.
Okay.
Like bread is in particular, like pastries particular, and I am not a baker. Like I can do it, but it's not like my strong suit.
No, you're good. You're good. We're getting messy today.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I actually want to add in the beet flour or powder to make it, and I know we're measuring. I normally am not a measurer. I like to just like eyeball things, but I think this is half a tablespoon, so I wanna
Nice.
go one more. So 1.5 tablespoons technically. Let's see if this color is gonna be really pretty because we want it to come out. Yeah, I want to add more.
Okay.
Definitely.
Once I discovered beetroot powder, I feel like my life changed.
Yeah.
It's so clutch.
It's amazing. I love coloring things with like natural dyes too. Okay, I want to add more because I really want it to be very pink. So far we've added 3 tablespoons.
Okay. So here. Okay. Here we go. Another half. Okay.
Go ahead, put it in there.
Okay. And one more? Or
Let's keep, we want to get this color to be vibrant.
Okay, so
I can taste the beet powder in my mouth. I don't know if you can.
the dust came up.
Yeah.
So that's 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe 6.
Okay. So 5 and 2 more.
Oh yeah, we can see this color coming out very nicely now. It's
Okay.
even if it just gets like a hint of pink, like we just want like something.
A nice pink hue. Yeah, we can go for it. I gotta pour a little bit more because I cheated that one.
Okay.
And then this makes it 6.
Okay. Yeah, so we can only see like it already has like a hue to it, and it's cute. All right, so let's put in some of this.
Okay. So what is the baking powder?
It helps it rise.
Okay.
I feel like when you get like a fresh flour tortilla that you make, it's just so nice.
It's different.
Yes,
It's different.
it definitely is. Okay, well, how do you?
Just shake it and it'll come out. Yeah, it'll come out.
All right, so a teaspoon of salt.
Okay. So before you mentioned that you feel as if that, maybe baking may not be your specialty.
Oh, no.
What is the specialty then?
Roasting vegetables, I guess.
Roasting vegetables.
I guess, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I feel like everyone has their thing. Like I just try to make something and see what happens. And I don't know. I don't really feel like I have a specialty. I guess technically speaking, it's vegan, gluten-free, and raw vegan. But
Yeah.
you know,
That's definitely your specialty.
for sure. I mean, nothing against gluten-free, but I definitely prefer not to cook gluten-free. If I'm being honest.
You can definitely taste the difference.
Oh, 100%.
When it's gluten-free.
Yes. All right, so we're gonna put 1/3 of olive oil. We only have a 1 cup measuring cup, but we're gonna see what happens. I feel like this might be enough fat. No.
Are we gonna be able to see, okay, did we put enough olive oil or not?
Probably. We'll see, like at the end of the day. Someone told me once, it's like at the end of the day, it's just food, and that always made me feel better in case I mess up. Because I feel like I used to get like hyper anxiety about cooking, but I feel like there's always room for error. That's why I don't like baking, because there's no room for error. It's not
That's
the same.
true. Once it's done, it's
yeah,
it's
like
over
you
with.
taste that I fucked up. Okay, I'm gonna go grab that cup of water. So 1 cup of warm water.
What was the first meal you made like at your first vegan restaurant job?
Like the first thing that like I put on the menu?
Yes.
It was a beet toast, actually. Okay. So we've come full circle. So now I'm making beet tortillas. Yeah, it was roasted beet toast. I was inspired by a shawarma.
Okay.
And it had hummus on the bottom. It was a sourdough bread with hummus on the bottom, a cucumber tzatziki, a sumac, crispy sumac chickpeas, roasted beets, and some like dill.
Sounds delicious.
I think it's still on the menu at Avant Garden, actually. If you want to go try it.
You know the creator of it now?
Yes, that's my toast, okay? Actually, it's kind of nice that it's still on there because it's a reminder of like the first thing I put on the menu, anywhere. I love now that we can kind of see the color a lot more. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of more water to this.
Now, I have a question, Chef. When kneading it, right? Like so let's look, if you could walk me through the process, what do I gotta do? Show us some TLC,
Well, it really depends on what you're making, because like sometimes like for certain breads, you know, you don't want to overdo it. I feel like for the tortilla, it might be fine. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get all this stuff in there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is warm. So you're just.
Yeah, like I feel like it needs a little bit more like water.
And why do you think it needs more water? Is it the texture?
Yeah, see how it's kind of like, I just want it to be more smooth.
This color, I have to show y'all this color right now. This color is amazing. Like this color right here is so pretty. Wow. Doesn't this look like a steak almost?
It kind of does. Yeah. It kind of does. Well, you know what? Why I think we're adding more water than the initial recipe called for is because we added the color. So that's why we're trying to like adjust to it, adhere to the. But it does look really pretty.
Yeah.
Just want to make this thinner because this is going to be a very thick tortilla if I don't thin it out properly.
Okay. You know, although tortillas are a Mexican, you know, kind of like staple, I feel as if every ethnicity is able to enjoy tortillas.
Well, they also like have their own tortilla.
That's
like,
a fact.
Like, what is the Ethiopian bread? Like teff?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's an Ethiopian tortilla. Or like pita bread or naan. Like I'm like this is just a different tortilla. But I love that, like seeing like how we all have like almost like it's all the same, but it's different, and it's like there's like connection, there's the crossover.
I think it's really. It shows how food truly connects people in so many ways that people are not really aware, right?
100%. Like al pastor tacos are actually Lebanese. Wow. Like it came from Lebanese immigrants in Mexico. Wow. So I think that's pretty cool. You know, like that's a mixture. Because if you look at it, it's on a spit and the meat is like roasting, and that's something you'll see in like a Middle Eastern restaurant.
I think you just taught me something. So I did not know that people from Lebanon migrated over to Mexico. Wow. Okay. Like,
well, Shakira is not Mexican; she's Colombian, but she's like Lebanese. So is Salma Hayek, and so is Peso Pluma.
Really? Wow. Okay. Wow.
Like they're like Mexican Lebanese or Colombian Lebanese. I just really like this color right now. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. I feel like this is probably a good thickness. It's gonna be a little thick, but I like that. So here's the hearts. Ooh, wow. Our first heart.
Please don't break my heart.
Exactly. Look how cute is that?
Okay. Have you worked any job outside of the food industry?
Actually, no.
No? So no mall job or anything like that?
Oh no, I had a job once as a factory worker.
Factory work? Okay, what kind of factory?
We were like going through clothes and like separating them.
Okay.
but I was not fast enough and I got laid off immediately.
How is life different here in New York City versus, you know, Cali from where you're from?
Oh, it's very different. I don't know, it's just, a lot of people say that California is slower, but I guess kind of.
Okay.
It really depends on what you're doing. I love that in New York, everything's a little closer and it's always a train ride away. Like California, if you want to go somewhere, it's like at least 30 to an hour.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And it's always hot.
You're not a fan of the hot weather?
No.
You like the balance, cold or...
After growing up in California and like having like a dumpy car, and when you're on the freeway in that heat and you're stuck in traffic, because you will get stuck in traffic, and your AC is not working and you're on like the 91 freeway, it's too much. You're dying of... I thought I was gonna pass out. So
yeah, Cali heat is definitely
it's dry.
different.
It's dry, which I prefer a dry heat to a humidity, but yeah, I think these will be good. This is like enough hearts, right?
Yeah, it's fine. It's nice and pretty. Is the vegan scene different out here than it is in Cali?
So I almost feel like as soon as I left, the vegan scene got better over there, and I was so mad. I don't know. I feel like the vegan scene out here is pretty good, but I've heard overall, and this is not me, this is like an article saying that the food scene in California is better than in New York. Okay. I'm not sure how true that is.
I can believe that.
I do. You know, the Mexican food out here is not bad.
But it's not like
it's not.
Yeah.
But I feel like the thing is, it's not that it's bad out here. It's just it's so much more accessible over there that you'll find good Mexican food like almost on every corner.
And
rather
probably
than
the
here.
spices might be different out there too, though.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so let me just give y'all the exclusive. Let me come back here and let y'all know what we about to do. What we're about to do is we're about to take these cashews and we're gonna turn them into cheese. You heard that right. Cashews into vegan cheese, and it's gonna taste so much better than any dairy cheese that you can consume. Let's get it.
I would say this is probably like a cup and a half. We're probably not going to use all of it. I know, sorry guys, I'm not using the measurements. I would say this is about a cup. So we're going to do about a cup of cashews. And then, all right, I love nutritional yeast a lot, like a lot. So I like to add a lot. I know not everyone likes it, but if you don't like nutritional yeast, you don't have to put it in. The miso should suffice. I'm gonna do both because I want it to taste super cheesy. So I'd say what I put in is probably about a tablespoon and a half so far, but I'm gonna add a little bit more. So I would say, yeah, like a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Then we're gonna add some miso.
And what is the miso for?
The miso kind of gives it like a nice fermenty flavor. You know, just something that give it a little more oomph, which I really like. So
Nice.
I would say this is about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more. So we got half a lemon here. We're just gonna squeeze that in.
Do we need the pepper yet or no?
Oh, pepper would be great, yes.
The jalapeno?
Oh, wait, we're making salsa, right?
Yeah.
Let's...
Save that?
Yeah, save it for the salsa, because we want the salsa to be a little spicy.
Okay.
It could be cool to make the cheese spicy, but... How do you do with spice?
I love spice. I'm Haitian from the Caribbean, so definitely a part of my diet.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, so we just added some water, and I just added it to about here. You, depending on how thick you want it, you'll add more, and then I'm just gonna eyeball salt. I would say that was probably a tablespoon. So we're gonna blend this now. It's super easy. And then we have this, so I'm gonna put it there.
You know, it has to get blended really well. If not, you're gonna be tasting those little bits of cashews, and you definitely don't want to do that.
Okay. Not bad.
Okay. Very creamy, velvety. Oh yeah, I'm rocking with it.
Yeah, it's not too thick, but I think it's the right amount of thickness for this because we want it almost like, since it's made in cashews and we're not using like a ready-made melty cheese, I feel like I wanted it to be like somewhat thick, but not too thick that you were talking about those pieces in there. So I think this is a good thickness.
Perfect. All right, so we didn't have the tomatillo, right? Okay, and what is tomatillo for the people, you know, who may not know what that is?
I feel like it's almost somewhere between like a green tomato and a gooseberry.
Okay.
Yeah, but I wouldn't necessarily like take a bite out of it. It's not necessarily, it has like a kind of thing when you bite into it, that feeling, I don't know, what is that called? Like almost like astringent. But you know, we don't have tomatillos, but that's okay. Another thing we could do is use avocado, but we don't have that either. So, you know, we're just gonna use what we have because
You're gonna wing it.
I feel like with cooking, like it's always, you know, just because you don't have one ingredient, I feel like I used to be a perfectionist. If I didn't have this one thing, then I couldn't get it done. And it's just like, well, let's just use what we got and make it work. So we're gonna make a salsa crudo now that and I feel like, you know, I love salsa crudo. It's easy, it's fast. Okay. You could also cook it, but you know, I like it either way.
How do you handle spicy foods?
It really depends on the day.
Really? Okay.
I mean, so I'm not necessarily vegan anymore, but one of my things of why I was like, I can't take this anymore was I needed hot Cheetos. I was like, I can't take this shit anymore. So one of the first things I ate after not being 100% vegan was hot Cheetos. It was good. It was heaven. And then I got really sick because I kept eating them like every day. I went to the gastrologist and I was like, yeah, something's wrong. I'm eating hot Cheetos and my stomach hurts. And he's like, yeah, that's normal. And I was like, oh.
That's what's supposed to happen.
I didn't know that because when I was a teenager, I was eating them every day and I was fine. So that's just called aging. Didn't appreciate that. Okay, so we just added some cilantro and we're gonna add some beet. I'm gonna take off some of the skins here because we want it to be pink because, you know, we're going with this whole like pretty and pink kind of theme. And we don't need a lot of beet. Okay. Because beet is like, can be very earthy, especially since it's gonna be raw. And I think it'll be really good. Okay, so with the jalapeno, I will say this, is that the seeds are what give it its heat. So if you're gonna add...
Wait a second, hold on. You just taught me something. You said with jalapenos, it's the seeds that give it its heat?
Yes.
Okay, I did not know that.
So if you just want the essence of the pepper, you do this. You take out the seeds. And we're gonna remind me not to touch my eyes after touching this because I have done that before and it is not cute. All right, so we're gonna put some of this in there with the essence. I feel like because we're making such a small batch, I'm only gonna add like this much. Okay. And we could always adjust. You know, if we feel like we want it a little spicier, we can add. Okay. All right, so let me add some salt to this. Again, sorry guys, I'm not measuring, just let's say a teaspoon. And then we're gonna add some oil because I wanna add some fat to there.
Okay, there we go, wake it up.
Yeah, that was probably about a tablespoon. I'm gonna add a little bit more, so maybe a tablespoon and a half. And then we're gonna blend it, see how it tastes, and we can adjust.
Like it.
It just needs a little bit more liquid. So maybe we have some water. Because usually, so the tomatillo kind of has a liquid.
Yeah.
So, or like the avocado will give it a little bit more. So we're just gonna add a teeny. This is probably against all the rules of making salsa. Don't tell anybody. But you know, we just gotta make it work. I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil. Actually, I'll add a little bit more onion too, because onion has a lot of liquid. Or it has the onion.
Onions.
Me too.
Red onions or white onions? Which one do you prefer?
It depends what you're doing with it.
Okay.
I remember one time I sent my dad to the store and I was like, hey, he's like, I'm going to the store. Do you need anything? And I was like, yeah, can you get me some red onions? He calls me. He's like, they don't have any red onions, but they got some purple ones. I was like, how is this man like 50 years old and not know what a red onion is? Okay. It worked. Let's taste it. Taste this. It's actually not bad. I was a little worried. It's not super spicy.
Yeah,
do you want more heat in that?
Yeah, we can kick it up.
Okay.
We can definitely kick it up.
Okay.
It's faint.
It's the essence of it rather than the. We're gonna add this. We'll see what happens.
Let's see what that does.
Let's see. It's definitely not super spicy, but let's
One more.
see. We still got some seeds over here. I think it tastes better though. I like it with the more of the jalapeno. I still don't think it's that spicy.
Okay.
But it's not bad.
Yeah. Okay, it's warming up. Do we need, oh, the oil is right there if we do.
I think for the first part, we're not gonna use oil because I don't wanna crisp it up too much. I just wanna cook it.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna put this down and wait. Okay, so we just flipped it. Like you can see that like golden color and I can feel it puffing up just a tad. These are gonna be very thick tortillas. I can already tell I made them really thick, but you know what? I have a thick heart.
Wow, that looks nice.
Yeah,
already.
you can see it kind of puffing up too. That's cute. I don't know why when I made this the first round, I made them blue.
When I saw that, I saw you did blue and red, no?
No, I just did
You
blue.
just
I don't
did
know
it
why
blue?
I just
Okay.
do. I don't know why I was
You
doing
use
blue.
spirulina? The blue
Yeah, I was
spirulina?
blue. Yeah. But the blue color kind of faded when I cooked
it
them.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was super blue like this. I'm glad that the color
When I saw
stayed.
that, I was like, she is a genius.
Thank you.
Why did I keep thinking empanadas? I don't know why I kept saying that. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, empanadas.
I felt like I saw maybe like the crust lining or something, but that could have been something else.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it like puffs up. I definitely try to do it, but I didn't want to like do them like my first time because I was like, it's not been proven. All right, like this is actually all right. A little bit longer. I'm actually gonna lower the heat just a tad because they are thicker, so I want them to be able to like take a little bit of time cooking through. All right, so we got our heart because it's starting to get a little too much color.
Okay.
But it's cute, so we're gonna keep just cooking them. So I'm gonna add.
Nice.
All right, so we have our tortillas cooked. I think any Mexican person will kill me if they saw me doing this, but for a tortilla. But I just wanted to add a little bit of extra fat because I like a little extra fat. We don't necessarily need it, but I like it. So we're gonna add the cashew cheese to the tortilla, and I just want to like spread it thin. Well, not super thin, but I like to use this side of the spoon so you can easily like kind of scrape. I actually learned that at Avant Garden, and I'm just gonna put this on top. We got our thing, so I'm gonna put this almost like, I feel like it's almost like we're making a grilled cheese. That's why I added the butter. See how it's very thin, but it's thick in the middle? That's what I like about doing this, so it doesn't like, when you put the other thing on top, the other tortilla, it's not gonna like falling out. And I've pressed it, I put some pressure. All right, so now we have our 3 quesadillas.
So we just letting them warm up and cook up.
Yeah, we just want it to come a little hot.
And it's on, right?
Yeah, it's on a low heat because
yeah,
we just want it to get warm. I'm just gonna be messy about this also. Like,
Yeah, let's do it.
I know like people are like, don't do that. I got yelled at by some chefs, but I kind of like the messy Jackson Pollock look.
Okay.
And also I feel like it makes me feel more artsy when I do stuff like this. Let's add some of this in there. We want to add some color. I think the purple is really pretty. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of the cilantro. Add some colors. There we go. Those pops.
Oh yeah, definitely gotta get pics.
Okay, and then I guess that's it.
That is it. Whoa, 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 chef. This looks like a masterpiece. I see why they call you La Jefa now. Yeah, on this week's episode, I don't even know what to tell you because this food was amazing today. I might not drop this episode though for a few months, so it might come around Valentine's Day. You know, Chef, I just want to say thank you so much for pulling up on your boy. You know, we definitely got to do this again. This was amazing. And, you know, I definitely want to thank you for bringing me into your world. You know, not only just showing me how to properly knead the dough, but how to add these flavors in and combine them. And also, like you said, you know, just use what you have, right?
Yeah.
Use what you have, get creative, have fun. So thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
And thank you for this wonderful meal. And thank you to everybody. If you like this episode, hit that thumbs up, hit the like button. Let's get it. Go vegan.